You like this, don't you? It would tear me to pieces.
Claus?
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir?
Any news about Claus?
Nothing.
Please excuse me. Nowhere to run from here, kitty. Oh, I think he passed out. Now I've got you. Is this by chance your cat, Claus?
Oh, my beloved Claus. Where have you been? You look exhausted, old friend.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir?
Could you tell me something about the cable car in this town?
Don't bring up the old cable car. I don't even want to think about it.
So what's with the cable car?
I used to own the cable car. In fact, the whole mine. Everything was taken away from me. Those maniacs destroyed everything. The cable car, the mine, the whole village.
You ran a mining business?
Well, but yes. I am the Baron von Sulz, entrepreneur and mining engineer in the third generation, district mayor of Truberbrook Sulz and Truberbrook Düssel, assistant secretary to the municipal council, patron of Truberbrook and the arts, well known beyond the borders of this country.
Who are these maniacs you're referring to?
The Millennium Cooperative, a multinational conglomerate of enterprises. Ruthless and unscrupulous. They leave us little family businesses with next to nothing.
Please, go on.
More and more outsiders came to town. What they were actually up to in the mine, no one knows for certain. But after a few years of quick profits, they shut down the place and closed the cable car all together in one go. Just think of it. This was my life's work. They closed down the mines, drove away the people, and turned a once flourishing community into a ghost town.
What do you mean they destroyed everything?
First, they stripped me of the mine. Then, more and more dubious eggheads and foreign workers started pouring into town, driving visitors away with the gigantic machines.
These must have been difficult times for you.
I appreciate your concern.
Would you mind lending me the key to the old cable car?
You've been so kind to me today. You have reunited an old man with his loyal cat. I'd have given you everything. My heritage, my stocks, my startups. Yet all you desire in your modesty is this aged key. Here you are. I can't fathom what you may want with it, but please take it.
Hi.
Hey.
About the cable car?
Question. What was it again that we needed that key for?
We need the master key to get the cable car running in the first place. Why don't you take a look around town? Anything else I can help you with?
No thanks. That'll be all for now.
Good, I'm sure you find a way eventually. I'll try to set up as much as I can over here. Something's jammed there.
Now it's glowing green. It's a well-known fact that weasels have a dangerously loving affection towards all sorts of cables. The present case suggests a rather impressive specimen, judging by the thickness of the cable. Last resort, self-termination. Actually, it's quite a nice table.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
About the cable car?
Sure. What else do you want to know?
Do you have an idea what became of the Baron's cat?
After he had lost the mine, the cable car, and his wife, all that remained was a kitten. If you ask me, it was probably a bit too much for the poor creature.
I've heard enough. Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you?
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser.
I need to know what happens next. I need to know what happens next. I need to know what happens.
Maybe somebody hid their money in there. I don't want to mess up the... Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
Is there not a single policeman in this godforsaken hole?
God-forsaken? Be careful what you say. The inspector is in charge of the whole county. And it has been 15 years since something happened in Truberbrook. A dog had run off, if I remember correctly. Would you like to hear the story?
Not really. Just keep me informed, please.
Of course, Mr. Tenhauser.
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser.
Looks like it was struck by lightning the other night. Still looks in good condition, though. This bucket seems to have been hung here for purely decorative reasons. Wooden fences always remind me of my old neighborhood. A hiking map of the region. The upper section has been torn off. Good idea. I only need some bait. The bus stop. My gateway to the outside world. There's a regular bus on Saturdays. Every other week. Ah, yes. That's where I am. The next city is like 1,000 miles away. A beautiful, healthy tree.
Acersoidu platanus, the sycamore maple.
The antenna provides TV reception for the guest house. The antenna provides TV reception for the guest house. Fresh air is still the preferable way to dry your laundry. Supplemental. I'm afraid the condition of my room is far below expected. Before you even know the word, I hope this is. I don't want to mess up. Hanging dead animals on your wall is a bit eccentric. I'm not tired. They don't seem to have many bookings. Locked.
I'll save you, my little...
Well then, good catch.
What the? Can opener?
Locked. Good idea, Hans, but that doesn't work at all. I wouldn't know how.
I've already made an entry on this.
Tom, I discovered this might...
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser.
I prefer the conventional method of open... Empty. Locked. I don't want to take this with me. I don't want to take this with me. If anywhere. There's a brown tube inside. But why would I need one? She's the landlady here.
Precisely.
This leads to the rooms. Now it's a case for the metal restorer. I professionally disassembled this town's landmark, an old set of armor, in a fit of passion. Note to self, make another appointment with the clinical psychologist.
Voila. There's a current again. Now that the cable car is fixed, we need something to replace the missing gondolas.
I'll just leave it like that. I'm sure this will take us up the mountain.
You're a funny man, Tannhauser. I like it.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Man, you're some klutz. We'll meet on top. In case you manage to find a way. See ya!
Hello? Hello? Fascinating.
Neck circumference 39 centimeters. Heart rate 66 steady. Generally neglected, yet overall stable condition. Vigilance decrement, patient somnolent. Reduced effect display. Skin pigmentation livid. Nutritional basic needs barely met. Muscular system recessive, possible myopathy. Barrel-shaped thorax, strongly noticeable funnel chest. Raisin-colored nodes on both sides of the mid-clavicular line in the fourth ICS. Marfan syndrome, arachnodactyly. Lower extremities atrophic. Enormous kyphosis. Extremities bilaterally impaired, reduced muscle tone. Weak monosynaptic reflex. Past finger-nose coherence test line without anomalies. Abdomen flexible, no hardening. Overly vibrant bowel noises. Brisk peristalsis. Reduced breathing sound, right hand side, basal. Rattling sounds over both lungs. Split second heart tone. Severe nasal acromegaly. Carrot-shaped midfacial neoplasm. Creamy nasal secretion. Tongue drifting to the left. Dental state desolate. Pupils bilaterally round and medium wide. Sluggish reaction to light bilaterally. Sclera jaundiced, downbeat nystagmus. Corneac reflex bilaterally delayed. Neck circumference 39 centimeters. Heart rate 66 steady. Generally neglected, yet overall stable condition. Vigilance decrement, patient somnolent. Reduced effect display. Skin pigmentation livid. Nutritional basic needs barely met.
What?
Muscular system recessive, possible myopathy. Hyperreflexia, mood agitated. Patient's condition unclear.
Where am I?
Patient has regained consciousness and appears responsive.
Excuse me, please. Could you tell me where I am?
Patient's orientation to person, space, time, and dimension remains unclear. I have to ask you a couple of questions. How are you feeling?
Ouch.
Who are you?
My name is Hans.
What are you doing here?
I'm only passing through.
Assuming you knew, where have you been born or assembled?
Trust me, you've never heard of it.
Have you ever had a déjà vu?
You're talking crazy talk.
Have you ever had an out-of-body experience?
You are going to have an out-of-body experience in a moment, pal.
Interesting. Please remain prepared for further examinations.
Are you even listening to me?
I'm afraid we can't let you leave until we have verified your right to stay. It's for your own safety. Just knock the door loud and clearly when you feel able to undergo a few more experiments. I'll be there to pick you up. The patient's status remains unclear.
I'm feeling a little dizzy.
Dr. Römmler, please behave.
They took away all my cool gadgets and locked me up in this small room. I tried protesting, but to no avail. What have I gotten myself into? It definitely doesn't feel like a relaxing summer vacation so far. They don't seem to take hygiene too seriously around here. I'd rather not know what happened here. Why, of course. But where? No water pressure. Or clogged. Why, of course. But where?
There's something written on the wall.
A coin. It fell right out of the shower head. And right into my inventory for some cosmic reason. The benefits of capitalism. Now it's working.
It's hard to decipher in the darkness.
It's locked tight. Brute force won't help. Fried. I could use this to climb to the hatch. Fried. A fuse box. The lid is hanging off its hinges. Where the heck am I?
It doesn't have a coin slot.
Are you ready for further tests?
Let me go.
First, the tests.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Forget it.
I need a very special tool to unscrew those very small screws.